Good day, welcome to my channel. This is Song Meanings, according to fans. Today's topic is, In the End, by Linkin Park. This song taps into a universal concern, hyper-awareness of time, and the inculcated need to do something constructive with it. Most of us spend most of our lives in a dilemma, just trying to decide what course of action to take from the debilitating infinity of possibilities supposedly within our grasp. Remember that time didn't exist for most people, even 100 years ago, at least not in terms of the seconds ticking by with the pendulum swinging. Time is a modern invention, and along with the atomization of human society and the dehumanizing effects of technology, accounts for the anxiety of the post-war generations. If you do the maths, the population has expanded massively, while opportunities have only increased slightly, despite the big lie that there are opportunities for all, if you just try hard enough. This song is about the realization of this lie, and the unquenchable anger that is directed towards the self in this individualistic age. This is the greatest achievement of the neoliberal, capitalist democracy. We are supposedly free and unbounded, so when we fail, we beat ourselves up, instead of having social revolutions. For me, this song is the greatest emotional evocation of this dire mental situation, and is best served up with a dose of early manic street preachers for the intellectual and political side of things. Easy to interpret, the guy is talking about how much time he has wasted on some girl he was probably with. And he mentions that he remembers all the times she fought with him and treated him as if he were her property. He even mentions that he put his trust in her and pushed too far into the relationship, and in the end, it didn't even matter because she walked off from his life. He then mentions that she wouldn't recognize him anymore after all the years they haven't seen each other. He even says, "Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end." Meaning that the girl he was with barely knew him, even if they were together. And he's starting to remember it all. The point of this song: don't waste your time on someone you think you love, who doesn't even care about you. You're wasting too much time. And in the end, you will regret it. That's pretty much what I got from it. I can relate to this song, cause I went through this years ago. The nice thing about lyrics is their ability to mean something different to everyone. Most people have said they relate to this song in terms of boyfriend-girlfriend relationships. Why not? The lyrics can certainly be seen that way. He is singing to someone. That is obvious. Likewise, the interpretation that he is singing about life and death, and how the things we do in life don't matter in the end, is also a very valid interpretation. The song being about Chester's addiction to coke is also a possibility. The point is, I expect, is to raise awareness about the different aspects of this song. Not to diss it, or to compare it with anyone. The point is to tell people what you hear of yourself in this song. It has the ability to affect someone deeply, at the very roots of their emotional stability. With respect to the interpretations of others, you can agree with me or not. I see the song like this. The singer is angry. Hurt and pain radiates from his voice, and it is emphasized by the heavy drum beats and guitar strains. It doesn't matter, he says. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Haven't we all felt that way? At least once in our lives, haven't we felt that someone is mocking us, acting like I was part of your property, and people who you fought with, your parents, boyfriend, girlfriend, teachers, friends? I've put my trust in you. We all trust someone, even if it's only ourselves. We always get let down by ourselves or by others. Perhaps you expected a better grade than you got. Or perhaps your parents got divorced, or your significant other left you at some point, because it's a part of being human. Time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. As humans, we are fleeting creatures. We have less than a century to accomplish something worthwhile. That accomplishment could be in a medicinal cure, leading a country, or even loving someone, raising a child to be better off than you were. We only have so long to do these things, and always we see the prospect of death looming ahead. And it's when we fail that songs like this come into play. I could have done better. I tried so hard to make it work, to do things right. Now I failed. I'm out of time. It doesn't even matter. The first half of the song is in reference to the permanent time frame which we have in life to accomplish something. The second half refers to the specific event itself, which will mean different things to everyone. Agree with me or not, this is my opinion. What I thought this song meant is that no matter what you do in your life, or who you attempt to impress, when it comes down to it, it was all for nothing. So all that effort and time was wasted on something that never really mattered. This song is about a guy who was in a relationship with a girl who wasn't really interested in him. By the time she's gone, he realizes that all his hard work, trying to rebuild what they had, was all for nothing, that he has nothing to show for it, and that, in the end, none of it mattered. At least that's my interpretation. Of course, this could be applied to anything that a person has worked so hard to accomplish, but in the end, when he fails, it doesn't matter. In the beginning, you can't find yourself and get a life, and somebody else always looked down at you. Then you try to change who you are to somebody to see. But after you've changed it, it really doesn't matter if to show him or not. Because the whole new you is so amazing, and you don't care much about that person anymore. I've tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. In the end, you find your life back. So the song is telling us to live your life, not to live anyone else's life. This song is about a person who fell in love with a girl. Blinded by her beauty, he didn't recognize that she isn't interested in him. Even when she treated him in a bad way, or just ignored him, he tried everything to achieve the contrary. But in the end, he realized he wasted so much time for nothing, and regrets that. So the song's meaning is that, if you see you are treated in a bad way by a girl, don't waste your time, even if you think she is only one for you, or you will regret. I believe that the writer is reflecting on his life before he put his trust into something real. He looks back and realizes how much he put into life and how little he got out of it. If we gain everything around us that we desire and die the next morning, what are we left with? What really mattered in life now that we are dead? I think that he realized that he had to lose everything he valued to gain something that mattered to him, and in life, he put his trust into something or someone that gave him a purpose in life. In my opinion, this song is about someone trying to fit in with others, putting so much into wanting to be just like one of the guys, but in the end, all her work really doesn't matter, because it was all for nothing. People can be cruel these days, not really thinking about their actions. Some people can only be pushed so far before a fuse breaks. This song means that things always start with one thing, and most of the time, you don't know why they started. You try to explain it, but time keeps passing, and when you finally explain it, it is just a memory of the past. To me, it means that, no matter how hard you try, at one point, you'll fail, and whatever you did doesn't matter anymore. I love this song. Whenever I listen to it, it makes everything okay. It reminds me that someday, I will die, the end, and everything that's going on in my life isn't going to matter. It might sound depressing, but it makes you realize that worrying about little things is just going to stress you out and not matter anyway. This song has a bit deeper meaning to me because it referred a lot to last year in my life. I met a guy, and we were best of friends until he developed depression. I say it's depression, he doesn't. Things became too twisted and yucky, and we ended up fighting a lot. To be honest, I had fallen in love with him, and then I kept trying to pushing him. I was pushing him to get it out of his head. My best friend wasn't in love with him, and that he had issues he needed to deal with. When it came down to it, he started saying that it was all my fault. I don't see how it was, but he said that everything, including his depression, or the way I've been feeling, was all my fault. So, when I first heard this song, my mind automatically clicked. He's tried to be my friend lately, but I know it was just go back to the way it was. So, that's how this song has affected my life. This song means a lot to me. I often feel like the speaker in the lyrics. I try so hard, I get so far, but nobody cares about anything that I do that is important to me. I get used a lot, and people continually treat me like their property. And, while it carries a pretty depressing message at the beginning, by the end of the song, the speaker reuses what is bothering him and turns it into a positive central message. In the end, it doesn't even matter. This song is great. It helped me through my friend's death. He was shot and killed, and the part I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. Described what happened to me, January 4th, as well as these lyrics. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter means, no matter how much you do in life, it doesn't matter. When it's your time, it's your time. I have a pretty good feeling that this song is about the world we live on, and all of the abuse it takes from the people who live on it. For example, in the song when it says, it starts with one. Well, that can mean a lot of things, one human, one disaster, etc. Watch the time go right out the window. Could imply that the world has turned cold, not temperature, with pollution, plague, war, etc. and nobody really took the time to enjoy what was around them, while they still can. There are many more examples. Watch the video, listen to the lyrics carefully, and you'll see that there is more to the song than most people think. And whoever thinks the song is about a torn relationship, then I advise you to expand your mind. Maybe the official song meaning of the song is, God forbid, about a torn relationship, but Linkin Park is not your typical band. They want you to use your minds and make of their songs whatever you want. This song has so much meaning for me. I went through a lot the past 2 years. I was deeply in love with this girl, and she knew it, and for a while, she cheated on her boyfriend with me. But to make a long story short, I never got her, and never will. She killed herself because of a conflict between her friends and all. I cried for days, so it's very hard for me to listen to this song. But nonetheless I love it. This is really a cool song. It's got such meaning to it. I love it. It's about a guy that really trusted in this one girl, but she was a bitch, and never really loved him very much anyway. So, she just treated him badly, even though he did nice things for her. Now he's pissed off. To me, this song is about trying so hard to get the person you realize that you love them, and working and doing everything just for them when they don't really give a shit and could care less. And all your love and work, in the end, doesn't matter. This song makes me think of how God views the world. Over the course of time, people have begun to stop believing in an all-powerful one. After the death of Christ, he watched religion crumble slowly over time. He tried so hard to create a perfect world and got real far, but in the end, it never mattered because religion is falling apart. And with all the holy wars and anti-religious movements over time, God is surprised that religion got so far, but yet in the end, it won't matter. There's a lot more explaining to the lyrics to be done by me, but I think you get the general idea. Bye bye, see you on the next one.